After college, I dabbled a little in the usual Hostess Dunkin' sticks until I went vegetarian. See, Hostess makes most of their donut products with beef fat in them. And I can laugh about it now, but at the time it was terrible. Anyway, fast forward to me moving to Santa Monica, where I work with this guy, Jason Maskow, at this joint, which was kind of a design company.
It was a place for us to hang out.
Yeah, we hung out a lot. We'd go down the street here to the Coffee Bean, get a coffee, Subway sandwiches. We'd shoot some dart guns. What else was going on?
We'd go to the liquor store and get ginseng drink.
Ginseng, yeah, a little Korean energy juice.
Keep the metabolism up so we could eat donuts.
Oh yeah, and the donut place. What was it, Donut King or Donut Stars right down here?
Donut.
Maybe we should go hit one.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go down there, man. You always get that. Maple white. Yeah, can I get? I'd like to get one maple crawler, sir, and one white one. Yeah. And then I'm buying this boys too.
I would have a maple, and then the pink one.
Yeah. All right. Now these are goodness right here. This is the classic. It's nice and fluffy. Look at that. It's almost like a croissant. Yeah.
Almost.
Did we ever do like a double trip in a day?
Yeah, but when we started not being able to fit in the seats,
door.
we had to stop.
The seats gauge you, help you know. I remember too, we'd do the Subway first, so we got like some good food in us, and then we hit this up.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we go over to the Coffee Bean afterwards, once we hit that like sugar depletion high thing.
You know, it's funny, is this donut is the donut that I came, the first time I was going with my wife to Canada, I came through here, and I took her here, and she tasted this, and she said, this is like a Canadian donut, this is like they make them in Canada. Totally impressed her. Whoa, that went down, huh? Anyway, so that's what inspired me, in fact, to do this whole thing, was the fact that she had said that this was the donut. And I thought, wow, Canadians know their donuts. So you know Canadians know their donuts, right?
You just swiped it down this way.
So what constitutes them knowing their donuts?
Everybody knows.
Oh, you already paid for mine? Oh, you did.
Canadians drink beer, eat donuts, say a boot. A boot.
My girlfriend says a boot.
Canadian?
No, she's from Minnesota.
Maybe it's Minnesotans that know their donuts. Maybe I got it backwards. Yeah. Are you done? Dude. No. Well, that was the thing. I remember you used to fold them up, I think, even, and stuff the whole thing in your mouth. Another. Well, you're all man. You're all man.
My stomach hurts. So good. Smooth.
Well, that was very impressive. I'll tell you. You know, after this, I really didn't eat donuts until I went to Canada. Well, except for the occasional Krispy Kreme, but I don't really consider that a donut. So, Jason, it's great, man. Really good time.
Good to see you again. Yeah.
I think right now I've got to go explain to the people, though, what I just said about Krispy Kreme. So here I am at one of the many standalone Krispy Kreme locations in Southern California, where the cars will line up in the drive-thru, 50 cars at a time. All for what? The Krispy Kreme experience. I'm going to run in and grab a couple of donuts to show you. So these are the Krispy Kreme donuts. As you can see, they all sort of look alike. Now, I'm not saying they aren't enjoyable. I mean, they're a fantastic treat. It's just not what I consider a donut. I mean, look at the cruller. It looks just like the cake, but with ridges in it. Now here, this is a cruller from a smaller shop, and as you can see, it's flaky and has air in it. But the Krispy Kreme has just kind of a cake filling. Now again, if somebody brings these into the break room, I'm getting into them. But if I'm going to go out and get myself a donut, I prefer the mom and pop variety. Now, like I said in Santa Monica, when I found myself coming up to Canada for that Thanksgiving, my wife seemed to be impressed with the quality of donut I presented to her. And that got me thinking. Canadians know their donuts. We all know that. What country comes to mind when you think of donuts?
Germany.
Belgium. The United States.
I'm sorry. The correct answer we were looking for there, Canada. Canada. Moving on. So I decided to search out the great Canadian donut. And where better to start than with a true Canadian like John Hogg here. And you love Canada, don't you, John?
Yes, I do.
And you love donuts, yeah?
Sometimes, but not every day.
He said something like that the first time I asked him, but I didn't hear it. I heard, of course I do. I'm a Canadian. So I asked him to take me where Canadians go to get their donuts.
Tim's.
Good old Tim Hortons. On our way to Tim's, I found out that Wendy's actually owned them, an American company. But I still believed. I believed until I went inside and found out that Tim Hortons is more of a sandwich and soup place that serves donuts than a donut shop per se. Now they have a great staff, good sandwiches, a real nice cup of coffee, and a heck of a bowl of chili. But donuts, not worth making a documentary about. The wheels on my little project were deflated. I asked every Canadian I met where I could find a true donut, and they all responded Tim's. I really thought my dream donut was going to be found in Canada. But everything pointed toward Tim Hortons, and that simply was not the donut epiphany I was expecting to experience. I didn't know what to do. I gave up. A few days later, we were in my mother-in-law's car on the way to her lake house. We pulled into a quaint little town called Zurich, as I showed you before. She ran into the Tasty New here to get some things for dinner and some snacks while my wife and I waited in the car. I'd come within 20 feet of the Bismarck, and I was none the wiser. That night I would find great relaxation at the lake house. Reading my book, taking a walk down to the lake, talking to and playing games with my wife's family. And in the morning, I would journey back to a singular bliss that I cannot wait to experience again.